Also, Jeff, the culture, and think what this is one of the things that we've been very open. And if you go to YouTube, you will see videos of the team, of who we are, and I think that makes us more human. And behind any product, and this is human beings we are, and we have to show who we are. I mean, we're a team of 8 people. Really, like these are our main focus.
You are now listening to the Savage Marketer Podcast with Jeff J. Hunter. Are you ready for a show with no fluff, no BS, and savage marketing strategies from the best in the game? Then it's time to join the community at savagemarketer.com and gear up for another podcast episode. Here's your host, Jeff J. Hunter.
All right, Savage Marketers, we are here with an incredible man. His name is Gerard Compte, and he's going to share with you how he made over $400,000 in sales on AppSumo. We're going to dig into how it works. I think, Gerard, you made something like 10,000 sales, right? 10,000.
Yeah, even a little bit more with AppSumo in the last few years. I think they've been an amazing partner, and just only good things to say about AppSumo and how they market small companies, how they help us to grow from little to where we are today.
Well, we're going to get into that here on Savage Marketer, because I know there's a lot of people who probably have thought about selling on AppSumo, don't know what to do. But also, we're going to talk a little bit about why you did so well, which I think, by the way, you have just a really great product, right? I mean,
thanks.
We'll
yes,
go into
product
that.
is, you cannot hide. If you have a crappy product, you cannot hide it on AppSumo, man.
That's right. All right. So first and foremost, let's talk about that. So you went, what was going through your mind? Like, how did you go to AppSumo? Did they approach you? Like, how did that work? Did you pitch them?
It came through Facebook. Someone just told me, like, do you know what AppSumo is? Like, who the hell is AppSumo? At the time, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't know it. And since I started to chase, like, wow, these guys are big. They've got like a 1 million emailing list and all that. It's like, yeah, are they real? Are they going to charge me before I go in? It's like, I'm not going to pay any money to anyone. And it was not like that. It was really like, went through very easily, and it went through. You have to have a few criteria. Your product have to go more than 2 years. You have to have a steady growth for the X and Y. We were fitting on and you cannot be like making 10 million or more, because it doesn't fit on the type of product. They want products that they kind of invest on small products and they think they will grow. And that's obviously people on AppSumo, they live from that. You know, Intercom was on AppSumo some time ago, a few years ago. And that's what that's the value that everyone gets. It's a super mega deal forever for nothing really.
Yeah, I know. So just so you know, obviously that's how we came to find each other, is because I am one of those people. I bought like 5 licenses. And by the way, the software that we're talking about, guys, that his launch was called Find That Lead. And that's what I know. I paid 5 licenses, and I had my team in the Philippines use it. It's actually a tool that I have my virtual assistants use to help find information on people. And before we go into this, I want to show you guys something. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the findthatlead.com website. And by the way, guys, don't sign up on the website, because we're going to have a special offer here for you guys to get 40% off for this service. There's actually 2 things. But I, by the way, Gerard, thank you so much for hooking my people up.
Thank you to you, man.
But I'm excited to show you guys this, because Find That Lead does something really special, and it has a cool little demo. I'm actually going to share my screen. For those of you that are just listening in on the podcast, make sure you come into the Facebook group, go to savagemarketer.com and just sign up. That way it'll send you over to the Facebook group. But I'm going to do my best to share what I'm doing on the screen. I'm just going to the home page, which, by the way, this little thing is free. I thought it was a genius idea that you actually have on your homepage a way to test it for free. It says, we're here to make life comfortable. And then it says, want to give it a try? And you just type in any domain name. I'm going to do my virtual assistant business, vastaffer.com. I'm typing in vastaffer.com. I'm going to click search. And I was blown away to find out that it actually found my own email address and like 3 others that work for me. I can see it even says like there's a virtual assistant. I can see that there's a trainee, and then it allows you to create an account, which I thought was really cool. But I can tell you, because these are my emails, that this is 100% accurate. Like, this is definitely my email. I was actually really blown away that it found me, because I worked really hard to use an unguessable way of my name, but it figured it out. It figured it out.
Yes, we will have, Jeff, it's somewhere. It's your email is probably somewhere, or we basically use patterns. We'll check Jeff J or Jeff H. We'll use different patterns of how the email. And this is just the peak of the iceberg, Jeff, that you can send emails, find people, check emails on LinkedIn. It's like an amount of endless ways of helping you to find the emails and the contact people that you need to send those call emails to make your business go even better.
That's really cool. And if you guys know me, I love LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn for a long time. I love that you even have a Chrome extension for LinkedIn.
Yes, that's how we started. Whenever you just go to any LinkedIn profile, click on find that lead Chrome extension, and you will get the emails. If you don't want to pay, it's 50 searches for free every month, which is the minimum that, it's good. If you want to pay, you can use so many other cool stuff like technology search or email sending directly, other cool features. But, for free, we're here to help each other, guys. And obviously, just check it out, and I think it's going to be awesome.
Yep, and I'm gonna have a link for you guys. One of the things I told Gerard, I said, dude, this is so cool, and we worked out a little deal here just for you guys, so you get 40% off, because it's about $108 if you buy the LinkedIn Find That Lead plus the LinkedIn extension. So basically, you're going to be able to sign up for $64. And I think this is a great solution because, for me personally, we have an executive assistant company, right? And a lot of people, maybe they just don't have it in the budget right now to hire a full-time EA to do the hard work. And you can automate some of this stuff. And for me personally, I have our EAs use the automation, right? So I don't have to deal with it. So this is something that I'm excited to teach my own executive assistant team how to use, because I'm thinking about all the things I've bought on AppSumo that I just don't have time to use.
This is amazing. And whatever you're using today to get new customers, Find That Lead and Scrubbing will be the best option you will have in the market. Obviously, this is my babies, and I'm here to help. But seriously, if you don't automate LinkedIn, you are wasting so much money, Jeff. This is just like, I think number one, if you want to make a lot of money, have an amazing partner, have amazing people helping you. This is number one. But for the rest, automate your LinkedIn, find the right emails. And I think this is super important, because if not, this kind of the day passes away. What's the most important thing any business has? Obviously, an amazing product. How you make known the amazing product? Send emails, man. Automate those LinkedIn. Get cracking as much as you can. It's not by doing numbers or designing the product or better UX stuff. It's really doing the sales, getting out there and letting everyone know what you do.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. So guys, what he's talking about is scrab.in. That's the Chrome extension. And what's cool about that is the Chrome extension, it actually does a bunch of different things. Like, one of the things that I like is that it does skill endorsements. So for example, it can actually, once you connect to somebody, which by the way, it can even help connect to people, it can go and look at their page and say, okay, these are some skills that it says that this person has, and it will endorse them for the skills. Well, LinkedIn sends a message to that person saying, hey, Jeff J. Hunter just endorsed you for, sales, marketing, and whatever. And then it actually sends it prompts you to say thank you or send a message to them or even endorse them back. So it's a cool little hack on getting your own profile up to date.
You will be amazed, and that's one of the features. But one of the best I most like, it's how about if we go to a special group, like we've been invited to a group, and then we can talk. If you use Scrubbing, you can basically automatically talk to everyone in the group to get their data and speak to them like instantly, or just send messages to whoever you want, even if it's in second grade. If you automate it with Scrubbing, it's just like amazing, Jeff. No one will get more calls. I mean, there's no other option. You can pay Facebook ads, Google ads. For B2B, Scrubbing with LinkedIn, it's just going to blown away. I mean, it's like crazy the amount of people asking you, yes. It's just my first recommendation, just make super short messages. I can speak tomorrow at 10 o'clock. If you know your target market, you know the problem, the only thing you need to is just speak to them. Just get, hi, Gerard, can I speak tomorrow at 10 o'clock? If I speak to someone who is a SaaS marketing director, I know that they're going to need emails. They're going to need to do outbound marketing. Don't tell them on the first sentence, like, hi, Jeff, I've got a tool that's going to help you doing outbound marketing. Would you like to speak? No, just say better. It's like, Jeff, can I speak to you? Can I speak to you tomorrow at 10 o'clock? And this is how my recommendation is: get a quick opener, and then just obviously treat it as most human as possible. Number one, know your target market very well. Number two, just do a quick message. Number three, repeat it as many times as possible. That's it. That's it.
Step three, repeat it every time.
Repeat it. I think.
Because it is a numbers game, I know for sales and especially on LinkedIn, a lot of people aren't as active on LinkedIn as they are, say, on Facebook, right? So it's a numbers game. And it's funny because I had a client, because we did a campaign for them last year, okay? And we had a client message me like last week, and they're like, hey, can you tell your team to stop sending out messages? I'm overloaded on messages. And I'm like, we haven't done it for like a month. It's because all the stuff we're doing from last year, people are barely getting to it now, Sometimes people use an invitation and it's accepted whenever the guy's accepted. And then if you have a trigger of message, they'll think you're still doing it. Right. Seriously, whatever you build now and for your LinkedIn, it will have an effect for the next few months. It's amazing. And so my recommendation is not just have one profile, have many avatars, or have everyone in the company to automate their LinkedIn. At Find That Lead and Scrubbing, once a week, we take one tool and we explode it. We make sure we use it for Find That Lead in a way that even the programmer, backend, frontend, everyone uses it for one day, just to test it, just to see how can we make it better? How can we improve it? This is making we are the number one users of Find That Lead and Scrubbing, plus thousands, over 160,000 people now is using Find That Lead, and 5,000 is using Scrubbing, we've been around for 7 years now, which is and we find a few 100 billion, I would say, of emails, which is, it's kind of like impressive the way we've been doing it. So let me share with people, because obviously, I told people that we're going to talk about AppSumo, and I think we did, and getting on there, like, I want to come back to this, but let's talk a little bit for a second. So you obviously went to AppSumo and you had your product ready. They reviewed it, like you said. You launched it out. But what I really think people should know, which is what you and I talked about in the past, which is really awesome, and why I wanted to have you on the show, is what you did after. Because obviously AppSumo takes a decent amount of money from what you're doing. They take like a 70% share or something.
Yeah, a lot. 70,
yeah. But
sometimes a little bit more sometimes.
But you're paying them. That's the marketing.
I mean, how much they pay for affiliates, how much they pay for Facebook, they have to pay for. I'm happy about it. I mean, the beginning was a bit shocking. You only get 30%, but how many people is going to? I mean, the amount of videos out there of find a lead from other promoters promoting their own code. It's we're okay. The thing in here is number one, whenever you sell a product, make sure it doesn't cost you too much, because if it's going to be a high cost for you, that's it, man. Your cost of running these people, it's acceptable. Kind of like it doesn't going to cost you a lot. Okay, this is super important, because if not, and the next 5 or 6 years, man, that's like that's then. Number two is that you're going to be able to upgrade them in a ways. Whatever you give to them, it should be forever. But how about if you give a second product like scrubbing with it? It's a cross sell. Okay, a cross selling and another product, another
Cross-selling and
platform.
upselling is very important now.
Yes, super important. The thing is, we know 1% of the users that use it's just one. Okay, this is very tiny. 1% of users from AppSumo that they use the product constantly, they will go to another plans. The promotion itself, it's and AppSumo doesn't ask for that money anyway. Number two, cross sell with another product completely different from your own. Just like if you go to buy sunglasses, can you buy a hat? Something like, think about and don't integrate everything in your product at once. That's why we did with scrubbing and Find That Lead. They're two different products, and they wouldn't make sense to be inside of Find That Lead. That's why we designed it completely outside. People who want it from Find That Lead, we cross-sell it at the same time when they bought the code. It was a good way. It was amazing. It worked. Like, we make over 100K on sales directly for Find That Lead and scrubbing. That helped us a lot to grow the business.
So that's an important lesson here for people. So what is a vertical product? What is something like people that are using Find That Lead, which is basically information, getting contact information and things like that. These
things like for example, for us, our main business is prospecting, finding emails. Okay, whatever is around it is sending emails, making signatures. This is integrated. What we did, and in a third layer, it's for example, automation for LinkedIn. That would be you could say automation for Facebook, automation for Instagram. These tools, they wouldn't make too much sense if they were inside of Find That Lead. It would be just like some people will not use the tool. Okay, and what we're doing now is, and it's been helping us so much better. Okay, we build specific products that we know our target people is people who wants to grow their network, people who want to find new customers, people who want to be better of what they do. Okay, what we do is build products based on our own needs, and then we cross-sell it to the same audience, which if they know the team of Find That Lead is behind, they kind of give us, it's so much easier. Let's say whenever we launch, we have 2 or 3 new products about to be launched. One is outbound marketing for SEO. It's just very specific. It wouldn't make sense to add this feature on Find That Lead because it's just too vertical. But then if we cross-sell it, ask to the people who's already on Find That Lead, say, hi guys, who would like to do outbound and SEO? Like myself, then they will be more likely to buy it if it's been recommended by us. Plus the percentage on earning is super big.
Yeah.
And it's a good way of just jumping from tool to tool.
Yeah, and I think too that, that's one of the, even for my own business, we have a virtual assistant company. And it's interesting because even for us, what we do is we have our lower tier plan, and then we have our full-time plan. And a lot of times people will come in, they'll get their feet wet, they buy the low plan, and then they realize, oh, I need to go to the full-time plan, right? Mm-hmm. So it's important to kind of give people something to get their feet wet, I think, right? To give them something to test the product, to give them, the features, and make them happy, and then they trust you more, right? And they're ready to receive.
AppSumo has helped us a lot for that. Also, Jeff, the culture, and this is one of the things that we've been very open. And if you go to YouTube, you will see videos of the team, of who we are, and I think that makes us more human. And behind any product and this is human beings we are, and we have to show who we are. I mean, we're a team of 8 people. Really, like, these are our main focus is doing tools to improve the universal communication, and we want to aim to 1 million people by the end of the year. Okay, and this is what we work on every single day. And this is we're about data, we're about connecting, we're about growth, and any company needs this stuff. This is not a rocket science. If you just want to grow, you need more contacts, you need to automate it better, you need to organize it better. Okay, if you just find that lead and scrubbing, it's going to be a little bit easier. Yes, you need to have a fucking amazing product, you need to have partners, need to have a good soul. The rest, we do that little part of helping you to automate the LinkedIn, helping you to find the emails of your next future best customers.
Beautiful. So before we call it quits, I want to just share with you guys a link, and I'm actually going to share my screen so you guys can see it for those of you that are actually watching. But I'm going to put a link in the podcast, so make sure you go to savagemarketer.com. If you're listening to this, you'll be able to find it. Just search for AppSumo, one word, just search AppSumo, and you'll find this podcast episode. But we put together this thing. Well, thank you, Gerard, by the way, for 40% off to get both of them. And it's a lifetime deal. So basically, you're locked into this price forever. But here's a beautiful thing. Not only do you find that lead that helps find all the contact information online, but you also...
Jeff, it's not a lifetime deal. It's a monthly basis, man. Sorry. It's a monthly basis payment.
Yeah, it's monthly, but the price is locked in for life, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Thanks.
But check this out. You can actually do a lot of things with this stuff. What I thought is really cool about it myself is even just for this one part alone right here, just this one Chrome extension alone, which can visit profiles of your prospects. It can scan profiles. Basically, it can look for certain data on the profiles. It can send connection requests to people. It can endorse their skills. It can send messages to people. It can upload and download CSV files so you can export all the information from your contact.
Yeah, I think that's what you just said. Export the data, man. I mean, Imagine if you need to copy and paste on a CSV file. This is it's going to do up to 500 visits on a daily basis, which is around 15,000 on a month.
And this is something that I'm excited about because right now it's slowing me down, but it also has this feature to auto accept connection requests and then send a message after you accept the connection request, which is great.
Amazing.
And it also can send messages to LinkedIn groups. And I'm not leveraging LinkedIn groups at all. That's
no one is doing. And the thing is, LinkedIn is very open that once you're part of the group, you can message everyone. It's crazy. You can check everyone. It's just if anyone, for everyone who's listening now, just go to the best groups. Just see where your best customers, let's say if you're in e-commerce, go to the best e-commerce groups, go in there, get accepted, get scrubbing, get this offer, and start messaging everyone. This is number 1 step. Number 2 step, download the data that you've been messaging, upload it on Find That Lead. You've got 5,000 credits with this offer and send email. From 5,000 credits, you probably get 1,000 to 2,000 correct emails. You can send with the same credit, doesn't cost anything. It's free connecting your account, and you can send 400 emails. If you have 800 emails every day, everything is included for $64. You don't have to pay one tool for sending emails, one tool for finding tools. Everything is in here. It's kind of like a superpower your LinkedIn, superpower your email.
And that's what's beautiful about it, because it really is a full solution, because it not only finds them, adds them, connects to them, it can send emails to them using Find That Lead. It can verify email addresses. This is really a great marketing tool, which is why I wanted to have Gerard here on Savage Marketer.
I love it, Jeff. I love it. We know each other for a few years now.
I'm sorry, Gerard?
We know each other for a few years now, and thank you very much for all the value you give, man. That's amazing.
Absolutely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a link for you guys, for those of you that are brave and you actually think you might be able to type it in. It's going to be findthatlead.com/EN/Jeff Hunter. I'm going to go ahead and put that link. I'll make a short link that'll be easier for you guys. It'll probably just be go.jeffjhunter.com/leads. That'll be it. So go.jeffjhunter.com/leads. That way you guys can rock and roll and use this. You're going to get 40% off the price for life. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. And if you're one of my clients and you've got a virtual assistant, I'm actually going to be working on putting a training together on how these virtual assistants can leverage this software to get even more results than we're already getting for you guys, which is really exciting because we're going to be able to really ramp up. A human can only do so much.
Yeah, it's true, man. You couldn't be clicking 500 times a day and answering, like getting the information. It would be impossible. It would be impossible.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable to even know that this technology exists, especially, I'm actually personally not very good on my email game. So I'm excited about this because I haven't been doing follow-up emails. So the fact that this is all automated and can go
everything
out,
is in there. You have the drips and you have the automated. It tells you how many people has visited and everything.
Yeah.
Jeff, for everyone who's watching, I am on my car. Okay. This is like, why the fuck this guy is in the car? The thing is, I'm driving around the wall and everyone who wants to visit we are in Instagram. I will let you have the Instagram, and we're traveling from Barcelona to Thailand. Just like it looks like that's why I'm in my caravan. It's not because I'm homeless or anything like that.
This guy's living the life, and this is why we live in such an amazing world. The guy, he's got his wife. They're on their way to Thailand right now.
We're driving, yes, we're doing around.
Now he's on a podcast with me.
Yes, I mean that's what's like. Why is he? Is that his car? Yeah, that's actually my caravan. It's a California beach. And we just we went crazy after COVID, and it's like, yeah, man, let's go. And life is crazy. Just enjoy it to the fullest. Do whatever what you do best. In my case, is giving emails and automating tools, and enjoy life to the fullest because we don't know when this one is going to end up.
Awesome. Well, hey, everyone, make sure to join the Facebook group. Go to savagemarketer.com, type your email address in. It'll take you to the group. It's Savage Marketers Facebook group. Gerard, I don't even know if you're in there. I'm gonna make sure to add you in the Facebook group so you can answer any questions from people.
Yes, super happy. Jeff, also to say, whoever buys this plan, I'm super happy to get it in a Zoom meeting all together and do a one-to-one, a session for everyone. I will be super happy to teach them. If everyone who makes the decision of buying will do a webinar. If you want, let's give 1 week for a few people to buy, hundreds, 1 million people to buy, and then I will do a Zoom. We will record it, and if you come after, you can have it recorded. How does it sound, Jeff?
Wow, that's a lot of value. I appreciate that. And by the way, I just invited you to the Facebook group because I just realized that I did not have you in there.
Thanks, man.
So
I can see that.
Questions for Gerard, make sure that you guys come into the Savage Marketers Facebook group. It's literally called Savage Marketers. You guys can just pop in there. There's 3,700 members in there. And I have, my team posts every day in there, clips, videos, information, podcasts, everything in there. Just go to savagemarketer.com. Make sure you type it in. And Gerard, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited for using this, and I'm gonna share with everyone here on the Savage Marketer podcast the progress that I make with my own executive assistants using the software on my own LinkedIn account.
Ooh, thank you very much, Jeff. It's a pleasure, and for everyone.
And travel safe. Travel safe.
Yes, certainly.
My
girlfriend doesn't let me drive too fast.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, thanks. And for everyone listening in on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcast, Stitcher, wherever the heck you're listening to, thank you so much. I'm excited to have you here as part of the Savage Marketer family. And until next time, stay savage.
Thank you for listening to the Savage Marketer Podcast. Join the Savage Marketer community today to get exclusive access to Jeff J. Hunter and his guests, as well as more Savage Marketer strategies. log on to savagemarketer.com and subscribe today for more episodes.